Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Dre. I just got back from the shooting range, and I wanted to clean my PX4. A lot of people say, you don't necessarily have to clean it after every shooting. Some will wait about 1,000 rounds or so before they clean. I think it's a therapeutic for me, so I just like cleaning after I shoot. Now today I put about 140 rounds downrange. I had a pretty decent day. Still need to work out a few things with my aiming, but I'm still a young learner, or young shooter, I should say. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and break this down. Again, it's very simple. You see here, there's the Glock-like pull-down tabs. And first and foremost, everything is clear. You can see down the barrel. Takedown is very simple. I see, just pull the two tabs, and you hear a little click, and you'll see the slide move forward just a little bit, and it just pushes forward. All right, so you have your polymer handle, maybe a hammer there, your slide, and your recoil spring is all right here, and I have my Tech Mat Beretta PX4. It's just got all the names of the pieces, so this is very beneficial. So you have your central block here. You have your recoil spring. It's got some fouling in there. And then, of course, you have your barrel that comes right out. Now, because I use Frog Lube, I don't necessarily have to put too much on there. I can use a Frog Lube just to kind of bring some of the stuff up. But with the Frog Lube in particular, because it gets into the metal, as you fire the gun, it starts to sweat out. So basically, all I'm going to do is just use a brass brush and move along the inside here. I'm not going to do anything on the outside, just kind of loosen some of this stuff up. Make sure to clean along the breech face. That's where the firing pin is. Let's get in here. I'm not seeing anything damaged or scratched up, so hopefully the gun nuts won't freak out and shit like that. I have my cleaning tool. I have my little box, with all my parts to it. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and use my brass cleaner. And with this, it's got a rotating part, so the rifling on the inside of the barrel, it'll just rotate with that. And some people will push it through, detach the brass brush, pull it out, and do it again. I'm just going to go ahead and run it through like this. Like I said, this is going to be the most thorough cleaning. This is just to loosen some of the fouling on the inside. And also, I'm going to work on just, cleaning the outside of the barrel as well as the ramp. There's definitely some fouling on there. But just try to get some of the nooks and crannies. Like I said, this is just a very impromptu cleaning. Look down, at least from this angle, really can't see it too well. But when the gun is dirty, you can definitely look down the barrel and you will see some of the carbon that's on there. And go ahead and clean off the block here. Definitely going to have some fouling on there. Let's get some of that off. Now I have to make another video where I just do an application of the Frog Lube. Last time I cleaned the gun was the last time I shot, of course, and I did a thorough cleaning with Simple Green, got all the greases and everything off. And I used the Frog Lube, of course. Let's set that aside there. The spring, you really can't do much. I mean, you can kind of clean over the surface, but the actual cleaning rod itself, you're gonna have to pull back the springs, and that's not the easiest thing to do. You can do it. I think there's a little piece on one of these ends that comes off. You can pull the springs off, especially if you decide to purchase a metal slot, a metal rod. But just go ahead and clean that off. And from there, I'll go ahead and fold this just one time. I'm going to detach this piece. I'm going to use the jag. That's going to push the cleaning cloth through. See, with this, you want to clean or push it through the direction that the bullet goes. So from the breech to the end of the barrel. And you'll see there, or if you can see, some of the fouling on there. It doesn't look too bad. And this time I'm not going to fold it. Use the other side where it's clean. Push that on through. And then what I'm going to do is I've got my 40 caliber bore snake. So you're going to run the long tip through there. Another thing that you can do is, luckily with the brass brush that comes with my cleaning kit, the bore snake has got this threaded tip. So what I can do is run the long end through, and then as I pull through, it's going to clean, and it's also going to loosen some of the fouling that still may be in there. So you get a 2-for-1. Which is pretty cool. I didn't even realize until I paid attention. But if you definitely want to get a bore snake. And once again, let me just clean that. And let's see here if I use a little cotton. Yeah, there's a little bit of fouling still coming off. But once again, it's not going to be the most thorough cleaning, just enough to get a lot of the surface fouling off. Put down the barrel, looks pretty good. And then of course, I'm going to put this to the side, and I'm missing a part. Yes, I am. I had a part for the cleaning, a pick. I shall be right back. So I'm missing a pick for my cleaning. I know I've got it here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Sitting here all along. I'm going to go across the surface of the handle here. Clean across the hammer. Let's get a little bit on the inside of the magazine well, if that's what you call it. And again, this is just touching the surface. For some of the other nooks and crannies, I'll be using a cotton for that. So it's got the little hook tip there, and these little cotton pieces, it looks like this cut up parts of a t-shirt. I got it with the cleaning kit. It's about 42 bucks. So it came with little, 3 brushes, a nylon, a copper, and a brass brush. Comes with the jag, screw tips. I mean, for the money, it's definitely worth it. And you just want to clean along the rails. Let's see here. You can see, if you look closely, it is getting some of the fouling off of the gun. All right, get on the inside there. So that's pretty much it with the handle. And then of course, you're gonna get surface here, yeah. All kinds of fouling up in there. Wow. All that. You can get a clean part as you see there. See what else we can get off this gun. Up across the breech face. Opening there. Yeah, and as you see, that was a clean part. What we'll do is get a new piece of cotton and we get some of these little crevices. Fold that and just get along the railing. Oops. You see that? So it's getting it. Since I'm a fairly new gun owner, I'm just trying to do my best to take care of my firearm. I really enjoy shooting the PX4. Very accurate gun. I have a lot to learn about shooting. I'm watching a lot of videos on YouTube with Chris Costa. He's really giving me some tips when I saw his videos about, holding the gun. But there's also a lot of other YouTubers out there that I'm very grateful for with some of the videos that they put out. Their knowledge is invaluable. Almost done. Get along there. Oh yeah. All kinds of stuff on there. Now today I was using 165 grain instead of the standard 180 grain that I've been finding at the stores. I haven't been able to find a lower grain until today. When I went to the academy in Brownsville, I usually go to Westlaco, excuse me, and the options there are a little bit more limited. But I was able to find a box 200 rounds for $55, which is a pretty damn good deal when you consider that there were other rounds, and it was a Winchester, by the way, ammunition. But there were other bullet manufacturers that were a bit more expensive for like 250 rounds. So this box is on sale with tax and all. It's about 60 bucks. Still have some of the ammunition left over, so I shall certainly enjoy going to the gun range maybe in a couple weeks. Can't go every week because I'm not made out of money, but for the most part, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and put this all back together. Now again, because I have the Frog Lube, don't have to reapply on here, but just make sure you have this little part for the rotating part of the barrel pointing up, and then for the, let's see here, so it's for the central block and the spring. You could have the more pointed tip. You can see that if it focuses. No, it's not going to focus, but anyhow, that goes into the central block, and then you have the more rounded part that's going to go that you see pointing out. Just gonna put that in, push that in there, and it's in place. Move that along the rail. So pretty good slide there. Let me just clean up the surface. But it's a great gun, awesome gun. Clean up the handle and the trigger. Decock. And that's basically it. So clean all this up. I'm hungry. But anyway, if you like this video, hope that you like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook. Peace.